It's your boy Boss Cowboy and bringing you another Measure Kool-Aid report. And it's been on my mind a little bit. Obviously, you haven't been seeing me as much this week because it's a bye week, and every bye week I kind of take some time to myself, spend time with family and stuff like that. But every now and then, there are subjects that pull you out of retirement, pull you out of breaks, pull you out of different things. This one has to do with obviously the trade deadline. You know, I haven't talked about it in a minute, but the more and more I've been thinking about it, the more and more that I really know that we have some major issues at receiver, and it's not even just the talent. It's the thinking behind receiver. So y'all just stay with me for a minute as I break this down. So the more and more I've been thinking about it, the more and more that I'm seeing that we have a dysfunction problem with the Dallas Cowboys in terms of our front office. Because, you know, obviously it's been rumored that Brandon Cook was the person that the Dallas Cowboys was the most aggressive about. But when you think about it, it absolutely makes no sense for the Dallas Cowboys to willingly unload Amari Cooper because he was allegedly an issue because it wasn't production. Because obviously you see he's producing now with the Browns with a backup quarterback. That's never was an issue. They under-targeted him under Kellen Moore. And we also saw that, like when Michael Gallup didn't get his targets, they said, we're going to make a conscious effort to make sure we're going, and I apologize about not getting Gallup his targets. It was totally different with Amari Cooper. And it's just kind of showing me that we have some dysfunctional issues. And because it just kind of makes no sense. And this is the best way I can explain it. It's almost like when you a guy and you dating and you trying to figure out this girl is the one for you, and you say, man, you know, she does everything I like, man. She's a religious person. She has character. She's beautiful. The sex is great. Like, everything about her is great. Well, what? Why won't you settle down? Man, she got a corn, bro. She got one corn on her pinky toe. And I just can't settle. That's the Dallas Cowboys. Because when you see her as an issue because of one corn on her pinky toe, now everything else is perfect. You the problem. It's not her. It's not the receivers. You the problem. Because have you noticed, and I'm just keeping it real, that's why I had to do this video. Have you noticed that no receiver temperament is ever good enough? Have you noticed that we're just like Goldilocks, to where the porridge is too hot or it's too cold? It's never just right for the Dallas Cowboys at receiver. Because when you have T.O., he's too much. When you have Dez, he's too much. When you get Amari Cooper, he's not enough alpha. He's not enough. We need more alpha. You just like Goldilocks. Like, no temperament is good enough for you. Now, and I'm telling y'all now, that's the new thing that's even happening on CD Lamb. Is he alpha enough? It's not them. It's you. It is not them. It is you. You're the indecisive dude who don't know how. You're too picky. That's the problem. You are too picky. This number one is too much alpha. This one is cause see, when you start talking about Brandon Cooks, or you start talking about she wasn't good enough because she had one corn on her pinky toe. Well, when you getting Brandon Cook, you getting somebody that got a whole foot problem and her feet stink. And we're not talking about production, because Brandon Cook had the production, just like Amari. But when you don't get rid of this guy for temperament, but then be like, I'm over here excited and willing to try to get this other guy who been on 4 different teams with production, and that was currently going crazy on his current team on Twitter as you were shopping him. So you can't have a problem with Amari Cooper over temperament and over attitude and availability and all this other stuff that you made up, but then be like, but we really could maybe get better with this guy. Like, I'ma just be honest, we look crazy. The Dallas Cowboys, we look crazy. Like, we look like crazy. Like, you know how some people are crazy? Like, man, you crazy, bro. Like you not you off in the head. Like on receiver, we're off. And I think it's some things we got to understand about receiver. And I'm going to just be honest. This is what the Dallas Cowboys got to figure out about receiver. Every receiver is going to have issues. All women, all men, if you're dating, go have something. It's what it is. The nature of receiver is diva-ish. Let's just say it for what it is. The fact that you wanted to play receiver for a career also means there is a something about you that craves attention. It's the nature of receivers. You could have picked almost any position, but you chose receiver. You chose the glory position. You chose the person that gets the ball. You chose the position that get the crowd excited. You chose the position that's a high glory position. So the nature of receiver itself means that they're going to have a little bit of extra in them. That's just what it is. And that's what the Dallas Cowboys got to figure out. We're not Goldilocks. There's not going to be any receiver without an issue or a degree of selfishness. We keep trying to figure out which one of these guys is just right. It's none of them going to be just right, Dallas Cowboys. All of them going to have something. All of them are going to want the ball. All of them are going to say something when they not getting the ball. Whether it's Michael Gallup, whether it's CD Lamb, whether it's Amari Cooper, whether it's T.O., whether it's Dez, whether it's Odell Beckham. Sometimes with certain positions, you got to settle that that's the nature of the position. Stop trying to make receivers act like punters. You want them to be docile, quiet, humble. You want them to just know their place, never say a word. Only speak out when it comes down to if they want a ham sandwich for lunch. But if they want the ball, and they do want the ball, that's why they chose that position as a career. They love the glory of that position. That's why they do it. They love winning. They love the crowd. That is the nature of a receiver. That is. And so at this point, it's almost like, and this is the best way I can explain it. Like, I would think that it was a problem with the receivers until I saw you going after Brandon Cook. See, that's what clearly shows me that it's you. It's you. It's not them, it's you. The fact that you can't say I got rid of her because she had one corn, but then you go try to go date this other woman who got stinky feet. It don't make no sense. It just don't make no sense. And it's like it's making us honestly look bad. It's not even the money, cause think about it. Well, it was the money, man. We tried with Brandon Cook, but we couldn't get that $18 million. We couldn't get the Texans to work with us. Well, you had a woman, in my analogy, that was willing to work with you. The woman's name was Amari Cooper, and metaphorically, this is not literal, it's metaphorical. You had a guy who was willing to work with you, who put out that he was willing to restructure to work with you. So you was willing to go take on a woman with stinky feet, and the organizations, the Texans, wasn't go try to work with you on that $18 million. But you had a woman over here who had everything that was working, not perfect. She ain't perfect. Amari Cooper wasn't perfect, but she was willing to work with you. She was willing to restructure to make room for us to make this run. And you didn't work with that woman. You didn't. That means you toxic. It's not her, dog. It's you, dog. That's the only way I can tell you. I can only be real about this. It's you, Dallas Cowboys. It's not the receivers. So when I say we have a receiver issue, it's not even just the talent. Because look how dysfunctional we look, that we was a top 4 seed last year. We got rid of our number 1 as if we could afford to. Then when we get into the 2022 season, we say, we might need help at receiver. We getting a little bit thin. We not getting the experience out of Toba that we want. Michael Gallup, he's not coming off the injury like we want. Like, you should have known that was going to happen. Like, who comes off a fresh ACL injury and that's just what they were right before it happened? That doesn't happen in no kind of world. You should have known that. CD Lamb, his numbers are good, but according to them and according to what Bobby Bell said, we're not sure if he has the alpha energy. We're not sure if he's an alpha. Like, it's you. You the problem. And you looking and you see all of this, and then you say, so let's let's go back and let's go date. Let's go date Brandon Cooks. He not willing to work with us in Texas. It's us. So this is what's got to happen with the Dallas Cowboys. They got to figure out that they the problem. It's not none of these receivers. You the problem. And you got to realize that, and especially the people that be like, we don't need that. We don't need Odell Beckham. We don't need that type of locker room distraction. It's like, you don't understand the nature of receiver, to be honest with you. They come with it, man. I'm just being honest with you. The playmaker, he wanted the ball. Yeah, the playmaker wanted the ball and would say he wanted the ball. He would go to coaches about it. He would go to Aikman about it. Yeah, the people that we say could do no wrong was just like any other receiver. Michael Irvin too. Yeah, all the people we praise, they have that temperament. So Dallas, figure that out, that you the problem, and stop trying to make these receivers who they are not. They are gonna want the ball. They are gonna communicate it when they not getting the ball. They're gonna, because it's the nature of who they are. Stop trying to make them punters. And learn from this. So, cause look how just stupid we look. Like, we look so stupid right now. You a top 4 seed, you got rid of your number 1, and then you sitting back saying, damn, we got a good chance. We might need receiver. You had one, man. So just learn from this. This also doesn't mean that we not good enough at receiver. No, our receivers are good. They good. Could we be better? Yep. Could we need some more depth? Yep. Would Brandon Cook, would he have been a number 1? No. He would have been our number 2. Yep. CeeDee Lamb would have still been our number 1. So this is not a complaint video about the talent on our team. This is more so about when are we going to learn as an organization that we are not Goldilocks. There's no receiver that's like porridge to where they get it just right. It's going to either be hot temperament like Dez or cold temperament like Amari Cooper. You not going to find a receiver that has the perfect punter temperament. They don't exist. All of them want the ball. Figure it out so the next time we sit in a contentious situation where we can contend for a championship, you don't do stupid stuff like getting rid of assets that you need. Somebody that was willing to work with you. Learn from it now so that you don't do something stupid later. Because now at this point, it's super historic. It's historic now. T.O., Dez, Amari. It's gonna be CeeDee Lamb. I'm telling y'all, because they already start leaking. Does he have the... It's not none of them. It's you. You need to figure out quick that it is you. It is you that need to figure out that, yeah, receivers come with issues. It is. They want the ball. So when you want the ball, you're going to come across selfish. But see, a lot of times it's not even selfishness. They also know that they the keys to winning. So sometimes when they say, like Amari said, I could help this team on 3rd down and red zones if y'all targeted me more. He said that last year. Amari, he's selfish. He's selfish because who comes out publicly and says that they want the ball? Yeah, see, it's viewed as selfish when you really, some of them are saying, y'all not using my talents right, and I can help this team. So even when you not being selfish, it's viewed as selfish, and you still viewed as a diva, and then you unload it, and it's blamed on COVID availability and all kind of BS. When really, you was just a monkey brancher organization. If you don't know what a monkey brancher is, that's somebody that like to hold on to they branch until they find a stronger branch, and then they swing over to the next branch. We're a monkey branching organization. That's what we do. We get a branch and we hold on to it, and we swing and we test other branches, and then as soon as we feel like we got a better branch, we let go of one and we grab onto another one. That's what we do. That's what we are, a receiver. And this is Boss Cowboy Sports with another Measure Kool-Aid report. Obviously, this has been heavy on my heart, but I had to let this out because it's getting on my nerves. And I've been sitting here just thinking like over and over, like, bro, the more I think about it, the more toxic that it obviously is. But yeah, y'all stay up. I'm going to continue to bring y'all these Measure Kool-Aid reports. And I got a lot of stuff coming, so y'all stay on the lookout. It's Boss Cowboy Sports with your voice matter. Peace.